Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself and why are you running for mayor of Birmingham?
First of all, my name is Lanny Jackson. I was born in Birmingham, raised out in Bessemer, graduated from Abrams High School in 1972, joined the Army in 72 where I stayed for 21 years and retired in 1993 and reside back in Birmingham. One of the reasons wants to run for mayor, and only the people of Birmingham will let me know that. I don't want to waste their time or mine. And we're 17 years off in the 21st century, and we're still moving as we are in the 20th century. And I think I can move us faster and forward in the 21st century.
Birmingham has a desire to be a world-class city and an international hub of innovation. Yet the city's racial power struggle stemming from the civil rights era continue to stagnate the city today. So as mayor of Birmingham, what infrastructure, policies, procedures, and protocol will you implement to ensure that all areas of civic engagement and its materials reflect the cultural and linguistically diverse nature of the city, and how will measure its success?
Well, Mike, the first thing on this film, you should see Kelly Ingram Park and the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute in the 16th Street Baptist Church. Birmingham it made its history as the most segregated city in the South. Martin Luther King said if we could break Birmingham, we could prove it to the world and change Birmingham. So, ensuring the Civil Rights Institute, the 1963 Civil Rights Movement was here in Birmingham 54 years ago. Now it's time to let the Civil Rights Museum take care of that history. And as the city of Birmingham moves forward, we are one of the most diverse cities in the country. Thanks to UAB, Sanford University, Miles College, Birmingham Southern, they have brought people in from all over the world. Our college and university is our beacon of light in this city. And it's time to put that diversity to use. Who better can bring jobs from Asia than Chinese Americans or other Asian Americans? Who better can bring jobs from South America, the Hispanic community, to have ties with Central and South America? Who better to bring jobs from Eastern Europe than Eastern European or Western Europeans can bring jobs and make this city the most diverse city in the country?
What do you think has caused the spike in homicides over the last 10 years? What changes will you make as mayor to decrease violence in the city of Birmingham and make the city a safer place to live?
Mike, I don't believe changing the police chief would take care of that. We need to, as the city of Birmingham, as the leader of this city, I would form a relationship with rural Alabama. What's working in rural Alabama does not work in urban Alabama. And the only way we are going to control the gun violence in this city is change the rules. We need to get some of these guns off our street. And we got to work in partnership with rural Alabama. And I understand rural Alabama. I worked and lived in Selma, out on my grandparents' farm. And you talking about a sheriff that can't, department that can't react quick. So yes, you need a gun when you're living in rural Alabama. But it's totally different in urban Alabama. And we need some of these guns off the street. Everybody can't handle a gun. I have a son that has mental health issues. Alabama said he can have a gun. And we just can't have that where we're all living on top of each other in an urban setting. So we have to get some of these guns off the street.
Speaking of rural Alabama, the state is 67% rural, with limited information and resources available in those areas. As mayor of the largest city in the state, what plans do you have to connect and develop relationships with politicians from rural areas to establish leadership cooperation that would build a better Alabama?
Mike, Birmingham cannot move forward in the future unless it includes all Alabama. And as the leader of Birmingham, I would have to go down in rural Alabama and convince them we can't move forward without you. Only way Chamber County, Alabama can be transformed, Birmingham has to get down and convince them. Most of our legislative leaders live in rural Alabama. And so I have to have a relationship with those leaders to make decisions and move this city forward.
The Birmingham City School System has a high turnover rate among superintendents. This is a problem that affects students, teachers, and school administrators. If you were elected as mayor of Birmingham, what changes could be made to ensure stability within the superintendent, the school board, and the school system?
Mike, I believe it's going to take mayor leadership. During the time when Birmingham went to the elected school board, a small voice of us was expressing our opinion to stay appointed. And as the mayor of Birmingham, I would try to lead the community to revert that school board back to an appointed school board system. The biggest thing I've seen on the outside looking in is a communication block between the school board and the superintendent. The superintendent is the position of a PhD, and that is a communication gap there. And we need some PhDs to be able to relate to that superintendent on that school board.
Should the city encourage development in all areas of the city? As mayor, what tools would you and your administration use to encourage economic developments in all areas of the city? And describe with examples how would you effectively expand and diversify the city's economy?
The tool to use in Birmingham is only one: diversity. Birmingham is a diverse city, and we got to include everyone in moving our city and expanding our economic opportunity. Again, who is better to bring jobs from Asia than Asian Americans? Who is better to bring jobs from Brazil than Hispanics? Jobs from East and Western Europe, Eastern and Western European. Africa, bringing jobs from the continent of Africa. Only Africans can do that. So we have this diverse community in Birmingham, and we're going to use the great tool of diversity to move us forward in the 21st century.
According to the 2010 U.S. Census, Birmingham's population dropped by approximately 20,000. As mayor, what strategies will you implement to expand the growth in Birmingham for the next 25 years, and how the growth of Birmingham would benefit the state of Alabama?
Mike, it goes back to that key word, diversity. We cannot keep allowing our youth to flood out of the city and state. We are going to have to use a diverse community to keep out. And diversity means more than just color. It also means young and old. So we got to get them involved, come up with economic development to keep them here in the city and in the state. Otherwise, we're on the track of losing one of our electoral college in 2020 if we don't rebuild not just the population in Birmingham, but the state too. Birmingham is turning to be a state of old people, and the state can't survive being a state of old people. We have to get our youth involved in this state. Another thing, it's time for the Brightons and Lipskins and Midfield and Fatfield. Excuse me. It's time for you to come in because you're not going to survive out there. It's been designed for you not to succeed. The only way you're going to get federal dollars to survive, you're going to have to come into Birmingham, which gives Birmingham a larger tent, which means more federal dollars to take care of those communities. But you're going to have to be a part, you're going to have to go back into the county, or you're going to have to come into Birmingham. You're not going to survive another 20 years. And that's the way it's designed to be from Washington, D.C. Mike, you noticing all the infrastructure being built in and around Birmingham. That tells you how our leaders of this city has been thinking. That should have happened 30 years ago. And it takes vision and leadership to bring that attention to others. Birmingham now has 1.1 million people living in its surrounding metro area. That's a lot of work going on with 1.1 million people trying to get back and forth to work.
Are there any final remarks that you would like to say to the citizens of Birmingham in regards to the upcoming 2017 mayoral election?
Mike, again, in the beginning of this small feature, we showed the Birmingham Institute, Killingham Prague. That's where civil rights belong. It's time out for black and white issues in Birmingham. This is what's dragging us down. It's time to use the diversity of this city to become a great city. And the only way we're going to do that is to allow the Civil Rights Institute to handle that, and we handle the movement of this city into the future.
Regarding the 2017 Birmingham mayoral race, what is your theme to the people?
It's time, Birmingham. If not now, when? It's time for us to move on, put the racial issues behind us, come together as one diverse community, and move this city ahead in the 21st century.